Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Bears defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
2nd and 10. Back to throw here. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's good. For the Lions, first down. Now they'll audible to something else. 35-yard line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's a short one pulled in by Simmons. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You look at this Bears defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now they've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Charles, their first drive of the game, and already they're taking chances here, but they get the 4th down conversion. I'm curious, do you think that that's something they game plan for on the opening drive if it came up, or is that something that happened organically?
I think that they game plan for it, Brandon, and when you think about it, let's just say it. The word analytics is a big part of how everyone looks at a game nowadays, but it's not just the analytics. It's a coach willing to be daring, willing to be bold, and they certainly were there.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Now he's free up the left sideline. On his horse. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The kicker on.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
This fielded right at the goal line. Powering his way forward. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A good pickup there, a 22.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Lions.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hurt, hurt. Let's go.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
That's good for our Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
19, sorry.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. The 20, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. The slot man in motion right. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he'll be out right at the 35. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Bears had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
And finally, he's taken down at the 18. A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it first and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a first down. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours, because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
And down here, first and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
What is it?
Off the play fake, it's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Caleb Williams taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I'll overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
118 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And shutting him off, now open field. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
What is up?
They'll go play action here with Williams.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Lions force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year.
Excited to see what type of a season he can have.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. Oh, what a move. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
8 yards on the pickup.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Play action. Now Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To the air, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 6 yards.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Williams. He's got his target. That's complete.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
To throw once more. Here's Williams.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Second and a couple. Throwing is Williams. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Toward the pylon, caught. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Ready to go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no.